Let you know, man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to help me out.
What's going on, family? I want to welcome you to Aos The Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Aosinspires. This is what I need you to do. We're on every single platform: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I need you to go and subscribe and follow us right now. We drop content every single day that'll help you with your life, because our mission here at Aos The Podcast is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. I want you to live life on the next level. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that's watching this episode. This is going to be a dynamic episode. I need you to dive in. Do me a big favor. I need you to like, share, and comment. Don't be a stranger. Comment with us. And this is what I need you also to do. I need you to copy this link right here on this podcast, this episode, and share it with at least 10 of your friends. I promise you it's going to help them out. Let's jump into the episode. What's going on, family? Welcome to another episode of Aos The Podcast. Listen, I'm crazy excited about this episode. You already see the thumbnail. You already see the description. I mean, you already see everything. Let's go ahead and jump in. I'm crazy excited to be talking about this today because this is the reason, right? So many guys, let's really dive deep in already. So many guys overlook great women, right? Let me, before we dive deep, let me say this, right? I was watching this video this week, Bishop T.D. Chase. He dropped something so prolific, right? He started off with saying, and you guys that follow me, you've seen it in my story on IG. He was like, "Men, shut up. Men, your children, right? They're going to make mistakes. They are a direct reflection, right, of what they see. It's a collection of what they see and their experiences, their own personal experiences, and things that they see in the world by themselves, right? It's a collection of decisions. It's a collection of experiences, right? So and I heard that, and I extracted, especially being in a relationship, right? The reason I say that is because so many men and women, you don't give grace and space for the person that you're in a relationship with to grow. Now, I'm not talking about, I'm talking about both sides. I'm talking about those that are already in relationships, but I'm also talking about those that are just starting. What's going on, family? I know that you're enjoying the episode, but I had to pause to ask you a quick question. Have you ever been through anything in life that was so life-altering that it changed your life forever? I mean, have you ever been and had a job and you lost that job? I mean, your dream job. You lost that job for whatever reason. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. You started a business, and the business started off great, and then it seemed as if it was going downhill. And now you're at a place, you lost your marriage, you lost your children, you lost some major things in your life. And now you're at a place in life where you're like, hey, this is the end of the road. I don't see it getting better. I got news for you. It will get better. And I wrote a book just for you. It's entitled Winning After a Major Loss. You need to go and get your copy. Go to barnesandnoble.com, go to amazon.com, get your copy right now. Winning After a Major Loss. I promise you, it's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change your mindset. Most importantly, it's going to change your heart about your situation, because I promise you, you can win after a major loss. Go get your copy now. Barnes & Noble's, amazon.com. Order your copy now. Let's get back to the episode. You don't give enough space and grace for them to grow and be the person that they are destined to be. And it's crazy because many of you will, men and women alike, many of you, once you see one flaw that you really don't like or you think that you can't live with, you dismiss the person. Or on the other side, some of you don't dismiss the person. Some of you will play with this person's emotions and feelings, make them think that y'all got something building, and you don't. Whole time it's like, yo, I'm gonna just keep you on ice. You know, we have a good time. The sex is great. The company is great, but you're just not the person that I want to spend my life with. Or you don't want to be in a relationship with them, period. Like it's a hand-in-hand thing. So you keep them on ice while you play the field. And I'm gonna just say this real fast. I don't believe that many people will say, just date. I'm personally, and I give you my reason for it as well. I don't believe in casual dating. right? Now let me break this down so you can understand. I'm not talking about, you date this person, now this it didn't work. You close that chapter, now you move on. Now I'm not saying that. I'm saying you dealing with this person and you really vibing with this person, but you dating somebody. I don't believe in multiple dates, right? Now I'm not saying that you can't go on dates and you see how far, or you building with the person, right? I'm not saying that you can't go on a date on Monday and then Tuesday go on another date, Thursday go on another date. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you're dating this person and you're vibing with this person. Things have gotten physical, or you really like this person, but you want to play the field to see, let me see what else is out there. I don't believe in that. Like if you're with somebody, you date somebody and it goes well on that first date, and it's like, yo, we texting every day ever since this first date, and it's like everything, we haven't had sex, but we just texting and we just talking. Like I can't wait to talk to her. I can't wait to talk to him. Like it's dope. Like the vibe that we have is dope. I don't believe in you dealing with this person, now you go on another date. Let me see how they vibe is, because this is my main reason for that, is because it gives, number one, mixed signals to you, because now it's like you're in the comparison game, right? This girl does this, but this girl, she does, and you would never get 100%. I don't care who you are. Even Barack Obama doesn't get 100%. And because the reason I brought them up, because they're a model couple, and people look at them and like, yo, I love what they got. I love the love that they got. I love the way he loved her. I love the way, she loved him. Right. But even that situation, he doesn't have 100% of everything that he wanted in a woman. And a lot of women will not like that statistic. And it's true. Even with the guys that you're with, ladies, he is not 100% checked off every single box. I don't care how people try to do videos to make it sound good. They're not. You're going to get 80%, a good 80%, a solid 80, right? There's still 20% that you love, that you wish that your person would do. Things that they would do sexually, things they would do financially, things that they would do around the house. Maybe you have a bad woman, like she's super fine. Everything else check off, but she can't cook. Right. So that's that 20. I mean, I get tired of people try to look, this is my dream guy. This is my dream woman. No, they not. I mean, they could possibly be your dream person. Right. I'm not saying that they're not everything that you want, but there's a few boxes that they don't check. Let's keep it all the way funky and keep it all the way real. Like y'all faking it in the streets. They don't check every single box. They're not this perfect person that I've been looking for all my life. No, they have a lot of features and a lot of qualifications that I've been looking for in a man or a woman. Yeah, they meet the criteria. But do they check every single box? Absolutely not. Not saying that they're flawed or they fall short, but there are some things that you will like in a person, right, that they don't meet up with. They just don't hit it. But this episode, I wanted to holler at the fellas on today, because I'm gonna say this before I tell the fellas this. I can't stand when men or women say there's no good men or women. I talked to somebody this week. She was like, ain't no good man in the world. None? Or haven't, or is it that you haven't experienced a good man? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you just been talking to trash guys. So I asked her this question. I was like, yo, do you go out? She said, no, I just go to work and go home. Sometimes go to church, go to work, go home. Sometimes go to church. And so of course, you're probably on, I'm like, that's what I told her. I said, you're probably on social media and you see what guys post, but they don't align, the guys that post, they don't align with your standards, if you will, right? Of course, you're not going to find the guy of your dreams. You don't go nowhere. Like I asked her, I said, are you on any dating sites? She's like, nah. Then she tried to throw this in the equation. Oh, I make 6 figures. So what? A man, a real man. Now, I ain't talking about a user. I'm talking about a real man that's confident in himself, a real man that has goals and ambition, is not going to be bothered just because you make 6 figures. Now, an intimidated man, yes, intimidated man will be intimidated because you make the money and he doesn't make money like that. And a guy that's not confident will be intimidated by that. a timid man. But a real man, like, listen, baby, it doesn't matter. You can be a billionaire. I'm still the man of the relationship. I still lead. Not saying that you do what I tell you to do. That's not the type of leadership I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about is, yes, you're a billionaire, but I can still take you to the next level. Period. A confident, a real man, right? Am I perfect? No, but I can take you to that next level. Let's go. So that's the conversation I was having with her. But I can't stand, I had to just throw that monkey wrench. I can't stand when people would say, ain't no good women. And there are plenty of good women. There are plenty of good men. And I know some of y'all listen to this episode on the other side of this lens and be like, where? Tell me where, brother. Yo, brother, tell me where, right? Now, this is a big thing. I want to share this with you. And this is really drifting into our episode on today. The person that you are today can't be the millionaire that you want to be next year. Let's keep it a buck, right? The person that you are right now can't be that trillionaire that you really want to be, or the person that you are now can't be that business owner that you want to be next year. You have to grow. Exact same thing, same concept in relationships. You want to find this picture perfect guy, but you have a lot of holes in your situation. I'm not talking about you broke. I'm not talking about, let's look at it like this. It's called a spade. Your house nasty. And the only time you clean up is when guests come over. Come on, let's really get this all the way together, because there's some brothers that are super, super clean. They're super, super neat, like me, a neat freak, right? Like to keep things needy and tidy and looking good and smelling good, that your facade won't last but for so long. The real you is going to come out once he get to know you. Y'all get into a relationship, that's a hole in your situation. That's an issue. That's a flaw. You nasty. You only clean up or thoroughly clean or do a deep clean, or you pay somebody to come and clean up, right? When it's too nasty or too filthy, or when you have some guests coming over. Like that's an issue. Like, and it's crazy because that's something that you can fix, not overnight, but that's something that you can fix in a month. That's something that you can work on in a week and become better at it. I told you this on one episode. I love this concept. I may have to bring this concept. I may have to do a part 2 to this. How you do anything is how you do everything. So many people say, nah, I don't believe that, but I believe it. How you do anything is how you do everything. If I'm lazy being a content creator, I may be not lazy in another area, but somewhere around that other area that I'm not lazy in, there's going to be something that I get lazy in. Why? Because I'm lazy in every single thing that I do. How I do everything is how I do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. I mean, listen, that's a philosophy that I live by. That's a philosophy that I indoctrinate into my spirit. Why? Because it helps me be a better me. It helps me be a better content creator. I'm tired right now, but I knew that I had to deliver for you guys. I already know that I'm 2 weeks advanced. I'm already 2 weeks ahead. I have content stacked up for 2 weeks, but I want to stay ahead of the curve because anything could happen. I got a baby on the way. September, I can't tell you the date, because if I tell you the date and the year, then I don't want to document this episode like that. But anyway, I have a baby on the way. I'm tired. So what I'm saying is, the reason I go so hard is because I understand that life won't be like this always. It's going, like, I truly believe in podcasts. I truly believe that you can listen. I know somebody personally that's bringing in $100,000 a month from the podcast, $100,000 a month. That's why I go so hard, because I know life won't always be like it is now. But what I'm saying is, you have to give people grace to grow, right? But at the same time, give yourself some grace to grow, because the person that you are now, you won't be able to be that person that you want to be a year from now without growing, right? So with that being said, fellas, so many of you, I'm going to tread lightly. So many of you have passed over some amazing women because, number one, you didn't give her the grace to grow, right? Or there were some characteristic flaws about her that you didn't like, or there was something about her that you didn't like, right? Many of you are attracted to eye candy. It's all cool and I get it. You see a beautiful woman with a great figure. She got her hair done, she looking good, smelling. I get it. I understand, right? But many of you are choosing to date or to be with women solely based upon the way she looks physically. I got to keep it funky with you. The way a female, a woman, or a male looks physically does not matter. I mean, it does matter. It does matter. Let me clear this up, because some of y'all like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why you? No. You gotta be attracted to the person physically. I truly believe that in order for a relationship, any type of relationship, in order for it to work, number one, you got to be attracted to this person physically. Like, listen, do I like waking up to seeing you every morning? And this is the biggest thing. You need to see how that girl look without no makeup. Like, you need to see how bruh look with no haircut. Can you deal with it? Big bar, right? But no, for real, you need to, be attracted physically. I truly believe that first and foremost, because if you're not attracted physically, you just get with a person because they got money, or she has good credit, or she has something tangible, right? What's going to happen is you get into this relationship and you don't like them physically, and then you start nitpicking about small stuff, because of the real problem is I'm not attracted to you physically, so I'm not attracted to you. What's going on, family? I know that you're enjoying the episode, but I had to pause to ask you a quick question. Have you ever been through anything in life that was so life-altering that it changed your life forever? I mean, have you ever been and had a job and you lost that job? I mean, your dream job. You lost that job for whatever reason. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. You started a business, and the business started off great, and then it seemed as if it was going downhill. And now you're at a place, you lost your marriage, you lost your children, you lost some major things in your life. And now you're at a place in life where you're like, hey, this is the end of the road. I don't see it getting better. I got news for you. It will get better. And I wrote a book just for you. It's entitled Winning After a Major Loss. You need to go and get your copy. Go to barnesandnoble.com, go to amazon.com, get your copy right now. Winning After a Major Loss. I promise you, it's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change your mindset. Most importantly, it's going to change your heart about your situation, because I promise you, you can win after a major loss. Go get your copy now. Barnes & Noble's, amazon.com. Order your copy now. Let's get back to the episode. You got to leave the toilet stool up. Why you don't turn the lights off? Why it just like little stuff just irritates you and gets on your last. And this is another thing too. You're in a relationship and you guys argue, you bicker about things, and, and it's little stuff that just makes you mad. So communicate. That's number one. Communicate your feelings correctly, but give her space to grow. I'm talking about the guys, you meet a new woman, right? And there was something about her that made you like, yo, I want to get to know her better. Now, it's a very fine line of giving a woman or a man grace to grow, and seeing red flags or seeing certain characteristic traits, right, that they have, that you're like, listen, this is a deal breaker for me. I'm done. I'm out of here. There's a fine line between that. There's a very fine line between that. So what I want to say is, as I always say, before you start talking about sex, or before sex gets involved, especially if you want to build with this person, if you like I always say, you already know, if you get into this relationship and it's just all about sex, cool, do your thing. Let your intentions be made known up front. Like, this is what time I'm on, right? And this is how I know that this model works. Because if you go to Bumble, and I'm not saying what I know, I'm saying what I hear from this point right here, this part. I'm understanding that on different dating sites, they have different functions where you can say, hey, I want to hook up, and hook up means sex. Or you want to build a relationship. They have different categories, right? I want to link, whatever, I'm hearing other podcasts, and that's what they were saying, right? So you have to, the reason I say I know this model works, because if apps use it, right, they don't directly say, hey, let's have sex. No, it's like in a discreet way. Do you want to link up? Right? Do you want to build? I want a serious relationship. What do you want? I believe that when you let your intentions be known up front, you cut the time back from being wasted. Because now I know how to deal with you. I know that if this needs to be our last conversation, or we need to go in depth because I'm on the time that you own. I want to build a relationship. You want to build a relationship. Perfect. Now we got our foundation out the way. Or you want to have sex. I just want to have sex too. I don't want to have, bam. Now we got our foundation out the way. But state your intentions up front. And I think that so many people have been hurt. Why? Because he wanted just sex. She wanted a full-blown relationship. Like she wanted to get married one day. You like, yo, I don't want to get married. Now, we can live together, but that's about far as I want to take it. And many of you are not honest with your feelings up front. Why? Because you want to impress the person that you're dating. And okay, cool, I understand. Like when I went on a date with my wife for the first time, I had cologne, and now one thing about it, I love wearing cologne. Cologne was a big thing for me, but I overdid it. I made sure I kept some in my pocket, so every time she came around, right, I put that good so it can be strong, right? I mean, it was already strong, but I wanted to be extra strong. Put a few sprays on. She smelled that thing. She was gone. So I get it. You want to impress the person that you're dating. I get that part. However, don't try to impress them to the degree where you act like something that you're not, because eventually it's only so long fake thugs can't pretend, and the real you is going to come out eventually, right? So, fellas, I'm telling you, man, when you find a good woman, ladies too, when you find a good man, now it's all relative. What quantifies a good woman and a good man, you have to come up with that decision, right? Like what's a good woman to me may not be the description or the qualifications of a good woman to you. So this is the thing. Just like being in business, you have to sit down and write the plan out, write the business plan, write your strategies, write your ideas, write down your strategic plan on how you're going to become successful and how you're going to execute X, Y, and Z, right? Sit down and write down, what do you want in a woman? I'm telling you, like, this is a major bar I'm giving you guys. I should be selling this to you. Sit down, and I'm going to tell you this is the reason why. The reason why I'm telling you to sit down and write it down, because many of you are dating and you don't know what you really want because you ain't write it down yet. Why haven't you written down the things that you really want from a woman or the things that you really want from a guy? You have not written it down, so you freestyling this thing. So you're missing certain characteristics. I promise you, many of you can go back and be like, dang, I did miss out on this girl. Like I was dating this girl at one point and she was a good woman, but I wasn't mature enough to handle her, or I wasn't mature enough to get on her level, or I wasn't mature enough to deal with her because she was on a totally different level and I was just immature and I messed the whole situation up. Many of you have that testimony. Let's really be honest. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing in the comments. Y'all, listen, you're going to say it to yourself, bruh, right. I know I'm right. Because many of you have juggled and many women have missed great opportunities with great men. Why? Because I mean, this is not the sole reason, but I think this plays a major part. You did not sit down and write down what you want in a man. What do you want in a woman? What kind of characteristics do you want? What kind of traits do you want in your person? Like, how do you want your person to act? Right? I'm not saying that you'll get everything down to a T, but what I am saying is you need to write down some things so that you can know what to look for. So then when you go on this date, you already have your list mentally, right? I ain't saying have it on your phone like, yo, she checked this off, blah, blah, but I need you to have that in your mental Rolodex. Write it down physically, but remember it. Have it in your mental Rolodex. Like, this is what I'm looking for. And another thing too, answer your own whys. I want a woman that's financially stable. Why? Why do you want a woman that's financially stable? Because many of you, I'm telling you, I'm giving you some great game. Many of you are saying, I want this and I want that, but you don't know why you want it. So since you don't know why you want it, major bar. Since you don't know why you want what you want, you are compromised because you really don't know why you want what you want. You just want it. Many of you want to be a millionaire. Two things. Do you know what it takes to be a millionaire? Three things, really. Do you know what it takes to be a millionaire? Do you know what it takes to keep being a millionaire? And why do you want to be a millionaire? Can you handle it? Can you handle the pressure that comes along with being a millionaire? Many of you want to be rich, but you can't handle being a thousandaire or a pennynaire, right? Let's look at that because you spend every single penny that you get. Listen. I want to help y'all today. I'm helping y'all. I believe I'm helping y'all. Write down what kind of woman you want, because this is the heart of this whole episode. When you get a good woman can see the details in your vision. Right? Like many of you, right? Let's really be honest, that have good women or that have encountered good women. Many of you know good women because you have a great mother. You have good sisters, right? You have good aunties. Like you have good women around you, so you know the model of a good woman. Women can see the details in your vision that you can't see. Don't fight her. Don't fight her. And I want to talk to the guys that have good women. Don't fight her. Communicate with her. And I know I'm guilty as well. It's easier said than done. You really have to apply this thing. Don't fight her. Talk to her. Communicate with her. Right? So that she can understand what page that you're on. But I do want you to understand this. She can see details in your vision that you can't see. My wife has called me out on a lot of things, and a lot of things that she said was true. I got in my own feelings because I've done the research about this particular thing, and I was so passionate about it. And me, I'm the type of person, this is real talk, you can see from my podcast. I'm the type of person, once I have made up my mind I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna see it through. I can be trash in it, but I'm gonna see it through. I'm keep on doing it. I'm gonna show up every single day. You're gonna think that, yo, this guy got confidence, and I do. Confidence out this world. No, listen, when my mind is made up about something, anybody that really, really knows me can tell you, when my mind is made up, I'm doing it. Period. Like if I say I'm gonna do 20 backflips, I'm in there. I'm doing it. If I say I'm gonna make $20 million, and it may take me a while, but I'm in there. Let's go. I'm gonna figure this thing out. I'm gonna put the pieces together. So, a woman can see great details in your fellas. A good woman will change your life forever. Right? A good woman will change your life forever. Let me clear this up real fast. I want to help us out. A woman that you just find physically attractive, she got a crazy body, right? I mean, she fine. But this is a risk that you run. A lot of guys want her. And if she's not that category good woman, what'll happen is she's going to the highest bidder. Like you have her attention now because, you know, it's cool. You know, you have her attention. But once another guy that has more than you gets her attention, she out of here, right? So what I want to classify this as, a good woman will change your life. A good time woman will ruin your life, period. That's real. A good woman will change your life. And a good time woman will change your life too, but she can ruin that thing. You'll have a good time, but she'll mess up your life. She'll mess up some stuff along the way. Vice versa. A good man will change your life, ladies. But a good time man will change your life, but it'll be messy. It'll be messed up. Like your emotions and your everything will be all over the place, right? But a good woman will change your life. A good woman can see great details in every single vision, everything that you want to do. A good woman will help you accomplish it. I'm not going to break down the tiers so that you can understand the difference between a good woman. Now, you already know a good woman will help you build up. A good woman will help you build, period. A good woman, listen, fellas, a good woman will follow your lead when she feels as if you're a good leader. That's a good woman, right? A good woman. A good woman will follow your lead if you're a good leader. I don't care if she's a millionaire and you are just minimum wage. Now, chances that could happen, but the chances of that is less than likely. And like, you have to have some strong feature about yourself that will make this boss woman be like, yo, that's my dude. But in that type of dynamics, I'm serious. She can be a millionaire, but you can just be like a 6-figure guy, right? $100,000 a year, but she makes $2 million a year. But even though financially she's stronger than you, if you are a good leader, she senses that she's going to follow your lead. So you think we should do this, baby? Okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's run the play. No question. She may have some input like, baby, I don't know if this would be a good idea. Baby, I'm telling you, this would be a major idea. This will be a major step in the right direction that we need to go. Okay, let's do it. She will follow your lead. This is one thing that I've discovered about women. If you grab a woman's attention, you grab her heart, and she see the genuineness of you, and she loves you, once you get a woman to that point, she would do anything for you, period. But she will only do anything for that dude, that one dude. I mean, it could be multiple dudes that get her to that place. But what I am saying is you can have 10 guys that she dates. But out of those 10 guys, only one guy she is going to do what she's never done for the other 9. I promise you. And the vice versa with women. Women, you get a guy, he can date 10 women, but you can be that one woman that changes his life. And what he does for you, he has never thought about doing it for the 9. Because it's something special about when you find a good man or a good woman. It's something special in that. And what I want to say as I come to a quick close on this, what's going on, family? I know that you're enjoying the episode, but I had to pause to ask you a quick question. Have you ever been through anything in life that was so life-altering that it changed your life forever? I mean, have you ever been and had a job and you lost that job? I mean, your dream job. You lost that job for whatever reason. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. You started a business and the business started off great and then it seemed as if it was going downhill. And now you're at a place, you lost your marriage, you lost your children, you lost some major things in your life. And now you're at a place in life where you're like, hey, this is the end of the road. I don't see it getting better. I got news for you. It will get better. And I wrote a book just for you. It's entitled Winning After a Major Loss. You need to go and get your copy. Go to barnesandnoble.com, go to amazon.com, get your copy right now. Winning After a Major Loss. I promise you, it's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change your mindset. Most importantly, it's going to change your heart about your situation, because I promise you, you can win after a major loss. Go get your copy now. Barnes & Noble's, amazon.com. Order your copy now. Let's get back to the episode. Once you find a good man, you find a good woman, stay there, stick it out. Now, let's be all the way honest. There's going to be issues. There's going to be hurdles. There's going to be a lot of up and downs. I want to tell all the fresh couples, there's going to be a lot of up and downs in your relationship. But I hope that all of your up and downs in your marriage is in the bedroom, not in your life situation, period. Let me put that out there. Let me say it again. Rewind the tape back, because I see some people in the back, they won't pay attention. All of the new married couples, you're going to face a lot of ups and downs in your marriage. But I hope that all the ups and downs are in the bedroom, right? Let's go. So it's going to be a lot of problems, but I want you to work through that, especially when you have a good man, especially when you have a good woman. Stick it out. Give them the grace to grow. I'm done. When you have a foundation, a good foundation, stick with this good foundation, work with this good foundation. And everything outside of this foundation that needs work on, give it grace to work. Give it grace to grow. I promise you, you're going to thank me in the long run. You're going to thank yourself like, yo, I'm glad I stuck it out. You can make it. Love you guys. Let go. Family, I want to say thank you for rocking with us during this episode. We have been so excited to drop this episode. I'm glad that you made it to the end. This is what I want you to do. If you have any takeaways from this episode, leave it in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear how you feel. I want to bring content to you that's relevant to you, that'll help you change your life, because you already know our mission here at Aosinspires, Aos The Podcast, is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. This is what I need you to do. I need you to like, subscribe, share this episode. If it spoke to your life, share this episode with somebody. Why? Because you are connected to some people that we're not connected with. And with that connection together, we can empower the world to never give up. I'm Mr. Aosinspires. This is Aos The Podcast. I can't wait to see you next week. Just in case you didn't know, we drop every single week, 3 times a week. Mondays, 8 a.m., Wednesdays, 8 a.m., and Fridays, 8 a.m. You need to catch an episode. Matter of fact, catch all 3 episodes. It's going to be fire. I promise you it's going to help you doing your everyday life. It's going to help you get to the next level. Let's go.